Trey, a 27-year-old who came to our sting house thinking he was meeting a vulnerable child. However, in this video, we discover Trey's history in grooming and attacking young girls from orphanages, making this one of our most psychotic catches yet.
So who are we meeting today, JC?
We're meeting Trey.
Today we're meeting Trey. This is our homie Trey, and he's 27 years old, and he's coming over to meet what he thinks is how old is he?
10-year-old girl.
10-year-old girl. Now we don't have too much in the chats, but I hear they did have a pretty freaky deaky call. How did that go?
Great. He got on his hands and knees.
Really? Did he?
Yes.
Like on video?
Yes.
Recorded?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
And then
So
he
what are y'all
begged.
doing when he's coming over?
I guess I'm gonna make him get on his knees again. Really?
Hey,
I think we should.
Alright, y'all. We're gonna wanna get in position.
Hit him with it.
He's here.
He's here.
Are you serious?
She said bedroom, bathroom, safe word. Yeah. Bedroom, bathroom, is safe word. Did you hear that? Just start walking out, okay?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I can't believe we're the same height. I kind of thought you'd be taller than me.
I thought you were gonna be taller.
Yeah, I bet.
I like your shoes.
Thanks.
Mhm.
I like your outfit.
Thank you. I like yours too.
God bless, you're cute.
Thanks. You're cute too.
Nice to meet you.
So glad you're here. Are you excited?
Hell yeah.
Nothing. I've just been sitting here. Thank you.
I know you don't just live here by yourself.
No, I live with my mom, but she's not here. Mhm.
I'll take this.
Yeah. So what'd you bring?
I don't remember how long ago. Yeah, but snack.
Oh, thank you so much. So are you gonna do what you were doing on the phone?
Do what I was doing.
Mhm.
Like, do.
Huh? What is that? Oh,
Yeah.
it's my fish.
This was like.
Oh wow. Okay.
Exactly.
So you like smoke a lot?
I used to, so I still have the same habits from when I used to a lot. I mean, these days I smoke frequently, but not a lot when I smoke. Weed helps you like tap into that.
Love it. Does it help
You
you
bring
be like
back
a better dog? Like you know? Does it
What do you
help-
mean by that?
you know, like on the phone.
I was mostly sober.
Oh, you do that sober? You wanna do a part 2?
Sure.
Are you gonna get down?
Yeah.
Okay. Like we'll hop right into it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just figured
You're not nervous. You don't seem nervous. That's good.
I'm a little nervous
Why?
because I'm meeting you for the first time.
It's okay.
I don't even know your last name.
I don't know your last name.
It's Whitaker.
Whitaker. That's my last name too.
Shut the. Are you serious?
No. But it will be. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
To get down.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh. Right. Am I gonna feed you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta get a dog.
Do you like this?
Okay.
I don't know, is it?
For you.
Is it for you?
No.
But you didn't bring the rope. Damn
Got me.
it. What happened?
I slipped. I wasn't even thinking.
I wonder if we could use like a belt. You have a belt on?
Literally.
Yeah. Really? Here. There you go. Is it good? You didn't tell me that.
I'm actually supposed to be writing my letter. To beg for upgrade status.
Well, good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I can get my benefits. So when we get married, my
Right.
health insurance.
Sit down on the couch, don't move. Sit down and do not move.
So we freaking rope today? What's going on, Trey?
Get up. How's it going, Trey? Go ahead and sit down. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, what's this?
what's up, Trey?
Nothing much.
How are you?
Good.
What are you here to do tonight?
I was just getting to know.
Getting to know who? Jessica? How old is Jessica?
I don't know.
You have no idea how old she is?
I mean, I have,
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and guess.
according to dating profile, she was.
But what did she tell you?
She lied to me.
She lied to you. Well, how old did she tell you she was?
She told me she was younger than me.
How old is that? How old are you?
I'm 27.
So younger than you, so any age from 1 to 26.
I don't understand what this like line of questioning.
Well, here, listen, Trey, man. We don't think you're a bad dude. You're 27, right? Come on, man. Like, you made a simple mistake. It is what it is. You came
we
here.
think he's a bad dude.
We know. I don't think you're
I'm
bad.
not pretending to claim any moral superiority.
No, I know, man. I don't think you're a bad dude, man. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, you did come here. You did come to meet her. You know what I mean? And preferably,
She's
like,
gorgeous.
Well, sure, but she's also.
Really?
As far as you knew, yeah. So she told you in the text,
I
right?
can't recall this true. You're 27, she said.
No.
No. Skip over that.
well, whether you recall it or not, man, you know, there's no point in lying. You know what I mean? It's like men lie, women lie, text don't. You know what I mean? We see the messages, you see the messages. We want to be on an even playing field and we just want to know what you were thinking. You know what I mean?
Is this the
Oh,
first girl that
okay.
you've talked to that has told you she's 15?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I was asking you. I feel like it's one of those things where it's just like you're just lonely. You know what I mean? Say you were into physical touch and everything. So that's why when I was.
Person.
But what about the pictures?
And she told you she was, which is probably the most important thing, right?
I mean, how old do I look?
How old do you look? What does that have to do with it?
Doesn't matter how old you look, it's how old you are. You know, you're 27, my man.
Well, let me ask you this, Trey. If you didn't know that she was, or didn't think she was, why did you say, not gonna lie, I thought you were trying to Chris Hansen me? What does that mean? Who's Chris Hansen?
Means I'm kind of psychic.
Means what?
Means I'm kind of psychic.
You're psychic?
Yeah.
What am I thinking about right now?
Oh, is that what you were doing?
I mean,
This
that's what
picture
this
here was
basically-
some kind of psychic move you were doing here, or is that a game sign?
It's just, I thought it was cute.
You thought that was cute.
Yeah, it's in my dating profile.
Has that worked for you on your dating profile?
I mean, I've talked to girls on there, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, I usually get more play
Yeah, with this picture.
in person. It's crazy because this is the third time I've been lied to a woman this year about her age.
Really? What were the other ages they said?
So there was one that was, she was like in her 40s and she had a kid.
Okay. How old did she say she was?
In her 20s, like 27.
So she lied and said she was younger.
Right.
And what about that second lady?
And then the other one was like 18, and she was going on.
And how old were you?
I was like 26.
26.
What did she tell you she was?
She told me she was.
Okay.
Physical contact's important to me because I like exactly what I said: holding hands, hugging.
Being tied up and tickled with a feather.
That was a distasteful joke.
So you were joking about that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't
No.
know.
Yeah. 100%.
100%. Okay.
You joke about that with a lot of girls on the phone?
So you didn't bring that up?
No.
No? Just
No.
this one?
Well, like you
I
said,
didn't
man.
believe she was.
Okay.
I didn't believe she was real. Like I thought I was gonna come over here and get like my
Okay, but let's say
and my
okay,
kidneys taken
but
out.
she
And
she
I
was
like, well, let's go.
she was real. You know what I mean?
Find out.
You did find out she was
I flipped
real.
the coin.
So you found out she was real. So when were you gonna find out that she was?
I mean, when I came here and talked to her.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you thought your kidneys were going to be removed and you still came anyways?
Yeah, get bored.
Oh, so kidney removal sounds fun to you?
When you're bored, I
Fun?
guess.
I mean,
Well, Troy, I have to ask, if you didn't think she was 13, I mean, what would have happened here tonight if we weren't here? Because as far as you knew, she was 13, and you came over here with Capri Suns and condoms. And from the phone call you had on the phone earlier, it sounded like you wanted to do a little more than that. I think, Ski, what did he mention about the clit on the phone earlier?
Yeah, he said something about the clit and said that it is you described it as a 3D shape, something circular, that is connected to all the vaginal nerves and excites them.
So it's almost like you're
What do you
teaching
think
a kid about this anatomy. So it's not even like you think she's a little older. You're actually teaching her basic human anatomy.
yeah, I mean, it was a
You're
weird.
gynecologist, or?
No, it was a weird like moment. I thought it was
Well, I'll say this.
Seem to be having a lot of those lately.
part of a game or something. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question, Trey?
Like,
So I feel like there's a causation for this. You know what I mean? So you brought up the girl before, and then you know we're here now. You brought up the signs, man. But it's like there's always a cause to something. Nothing ever happens without a cause. So like my question is, man, like, you know, has like something like triggered this? You know what I mean? Like what we've seen is, especially guys that really aren't bad dudes, what triggers stuff like this where they want to go through with it with young people is they might get sent unwantedly, they might get sent, you know, images of like, you know, kids doing sexual things where like it could low-key like scar your head, you know what I mean? And when you're traumatized without even wanting to be, you almost like can never forget that, and it can seep into your subconscious. So like I'm just wondering, like, man, has anyone ever like sent you anything like explicit like that to where it was kind of like just like a mental scar to where, or have you maybe like, you know what, out of curiosity, let me see what this is about, and like that stuff got scarred in your head? Has anything ever like that ever happened?
No, I would say that I have a preference for slender women.
Yeah.
When I was in middle school, I said, I'm not gonna talk to a girl unless she's in the honor roll, which
Okay,
would
you
mean
got
that
standards.
she's
Okay.
a A, B, or C cup.
Yeah.
Preferably A or B. You know, as I got older, I noticed, hey, there's women my own age that have this build, and yet I'm probably gonna get looked at crazy for this particular preference.
I mean,
Yeah,
no,
it is a little question.
skinnier girls, that's fine. It's the preference is, you know, when they're under 18, that's when it becomes an issue, right? We're just trying to get to the bottom of this, right? Well, I got little sisters. I know he got little sisters, a family. We're just trying to look out for it. If this is our little sister in the
Listen,
situation.
we
I
all
just
have
don't
thoughts that we
understand
shouldn't
how
have.
you could assume that I'm attracted to minors when I don't like.
I'm not assuming, I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, man. You know what I mean? I'm just going off of, you know, if we're just being transparent, you know, you don't know me like that. I don't know you, but like, what's your name?
Trey.
Okay, my name's Alex. And, you know, genuinely speaking, you know, we don't know each other. You feel me? You know, this is Ryan and this is Philip. And, you know, just so we can all be cordial and everything, we don't know each other. But just going off of what you kind of told us, man, you know, you said this is your third time. First lady, she was a cougar, you know, you got attacked by a cougar. You know, we all got attacked by a cougar one time. But the second time, you know, you straight up about it that you had a minor, you know what I mean? Didn't go too well. You turned yourself in. You seem like an honorable guy. You went to the police about it. You know, I respect that, man.
Convenient.
Was it just convenient for you tonight? Was this just someone that did you see an opportunity here and you just
Sprung action.
capitalized?
I'm more like into esoteric stuff, like coincidences, angel numbers, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Astrology. So when she told me she had the same birthday as me, that got in my head. I
Yeah.
really thought like, oh, this is the universe sending me something crazy that I'm not going to be able to stomach. Or literally, I have anxiety.
Yeah.
I've been like shitting myself backwards every other day because I don't know what my life, like where my life is going right now.
How are you feeling
That
right
makes
now?
sense.
Like this was crazy to me.
Yeah.
This was mind blowing. This is not something that I looked like, oh, like I'm gonna just, you know, slide in and, you know, bring bringing that was more of a show of good faith. Like,
Okay.
even
If it
though
did get to that.
this is a really
Yeah.
weird situation, I'm not trying to put you at any further risk than I already like have.
I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't come with condoms, man, like, you know, we do be catching guys. And we genuinely, when they don't come with condoms, we don't know if you got HIV, we don't know if you got any STDs. So that just lets us know, like, damn, this is a bad dude. He doesn't have regard for this woman's safety at all. So the fact that you brought that, man, is just kind of establishing the fact of, like, you know, I really don't think Trey's a bad guy. And then, you know, you seem like a sign guy, bro. I'm a sign guy too, man. I look at the stars, I look at the alignment. I try to figure out how that's gonna dictate my life pattern. So did you kind of see it like destiny bringing you guys together?
In a way, yeah. No, honestly, I didn't really know. Even though like we're talking and we're trying to establish trust, right?
Yeah.
The whole time that I'm trying to make this person I'm talking to trust me, I'm dealing with intense amounts of paranoia, just like what could possibly happen, what could come out of this, what does this mean for her to even be attracted to me as someone older, so much older than her.
And you're talking about
Well,
the girl you
that's
came over
why
here
I
today.
didn't talk
Yeah.
about sex for so long. Like I was just like on it at first. The very first, when I first talked to her, I was like, "Grow up." What do you
Yeah.
mean you're 13?
So Trevor, what does it mean for you to be attracted to this girl that you were here to meet tonight, being that she was? How do you view that?
I mean,
How does it look to you?
honestly, it's not much different from how it was in ancient times, like in the
Ancient
Bible,
times,
in
the Bible.
Greece. You know,
Which Bible are we talking about?
the Christian Bible.
the Old Testament. Would you say you're?
I mean, Mark, what?
Would you say you're a map?
Yeah, have you never heard of the naked boy and get this thing?
Trace, getting tickled with a feather by a year-old girl in the Old Testament or the New Testament?
Forget the urination on the foot.
And oh yeah, and you wanted her to pee on your foot, you said. Yep, that's what it was. Yeah.
I specifically mentioned what I wanted to do with her multiple occasions.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I mentioned wanting to hold her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned
Putting your face
wanting
in her
to.
lap.
And when I said put my head in her lap, that wasn't sexual.
Just put your
But these are.
Like that's.
But Trey, you got to look at what you brought here.
Well, I didn't want to be irresponsible.
Well, Trey, again, when it comes down to it, you thought this girl was 13.
To be her mentor or teacher or something.
Yo,
Like
Trey.
different things. What's up?
Can you tell me more about that? You know, man. So, okay, she lied to you about her age, but like, what happened after that? What happened after she lied to you about her age when you were 26?
I mean, we did get intimate. However, it was brief, and
Was it after you found out about her age?
it was before.
Yeah, I know you guys got intimate, but I'm saying like right after, like the sequel, after you figured out that she was underage.
So that
what
got
happened?
crazy. We ended up going to Dallas. She was an orphan, and she was aging out of the system.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get away from the orphanage because she was being abused there or whatever. She wanted to go back with a family that she had previously stayed with.
Uh-huh.
We went to Dallas. I tripped out one night, like I was upset, and I attacked her. We weren't intimate at that point anymore. We hadn't been for a while, but I had attacked her, and I felt god awful that, like, I mean, as a man, I'm not gonna get punished for stuff like that, you know, as on a fair basis.
Yeah.
So I called the police and let them know like what I'd done, and
What'd you do? How'd you attack her?
she was sleeping and I struck her. Like I turned around from the driver's seat.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted her. I was trying to scare her away from me, basically.
Because you found out about her age.
Partially because of the age thing, but also because of like she had basically started to cling to me. Like she was like, oh yeah, if you just take me to this person, I'll just stay with them and like, you know, just live with them, or if you just drop me off here. And I was just like, you know, you should probably go back to the orphanage, but I know from what you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like that's the worst thing I could do is take you back to them.
Yeah.
Because she was talking to her caseworker, she was supposed to be finding her a new placement, da da da. So
you were kind of like her caretaker during that time period, kind of.
no, I was just
Like a mentor?
Because for me, like I said, man, I don't think you're a bad dude. For me, my perspective is you got lied to. You know, I don't mean to be vulgar or nothing, but like you got your first taste of like young blood. You know what I mean? And obviously it ended badly and stuff, but I feel like when she hit you up, she told her her age and everything. To me, it kind of sounds like, well, I mean, damn, I was lied to before about a minor, so it's just like, you know, it was what it was. So I'm guessing you didn't get in trouble over something like that. So you're like, why not? Am I in this ballpark? Like, if I had to guess, that's why. Am I reaching, or you tell me?
I mean,
And who are you to go against
I
Destiny,
almost
no matter
lost
the
my virginity
age?
at 13.
Yeah.
With a girl that was the same age, granted, but
Yeah.
the way I understood it,
I
like,
mean, I'm just stuck on the fact that you thought it may be a Chris Hansen. Yeah.
well,
With
I
condoms.
figured if I called it out, it wouldn't freaking continue. She would be like, huh, you got me.
got
Okay.
me.
Oh, so it's
And
like,
then fucking
is someone
walk
in
away.
the kitchen
And leave me alone. And then, okay, I go on to
reveals
be in
himself?
So her to leave
You
you,
know, like-
alone, so she was the aggressor.
not the
Is that a
aggressor,
word?
but like, you know, a woman's.
Sure. That's a word.
It's kind of like one of those things, like, I'm on to you. I still believe in the signs,
She
too,
was
man.
13, then I'd have to be the bad guy.
Look,
Like,
Trey, man, I believe you, man.
yes, a minor attracted person.
Oh, so you are a minor. Are you a minor attracted person, Trey?
Just this one.
So a specific minor attracted.
This
You're only attracted to this minor.
Yeah.
Trey, what's to stop you from being attracted to other minors? If it's this one, yeah, it's just one, but what's to stop this from continuing?
I mean, I've never felt attraction to minors, and I generally don't. Granted, the girl that I mentioned earlier,
Right.
I didn't have.
Man, Trey, you know, this is a stupid mistake on your end, right? I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I'm asking, man. It's like, because genuinely, you know, we are only out here to catch monsters. You know what I mean?
We don't think you're a monster, by the way.
You're not giving monster vibes. You're not giving predator vibes. No. Yeah, you had like a little iffy thing with a 16-year-old, but obviously, you know, you were man enough to go to the about it. They didn't see anything wrong about it. So I just feel like it's just a pattern that can easily be snapped. You know, right here, right now, address. You know, and then
Go for it. Fuck it.
yeah, take a hit. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, as much as you can, it's just try to get comfortable and just like, we want to get into your mindset to figure out like, yo, is Trey what those messages were showing? Is he this freaky predator that's gonna go after, you know, minors and everything? Or was this a stupid mistake? Was this, you know, is there a causation for this? You know, that's why I'm asking you what the causes are. What your past is about. Are you attracted to this stuff? You know what I mean?
And we're here to hear you out, not judge you. Like, genuinely, we want to have an open and honest discussion, man.
I mean, I got a weakness for brunettes, and the green eyes didn't help.
Oh.
So it was just like she was just your perfect fucking type.
You like snow bunnies? Don't let Dr. Umar find out, man.
Man, what?
Don't let Dr. Umar find out, bro. Well, we gotta keep this low key, man. We can't have him find out about the.
Not this. Not Dr. Umar.
Can't have him find it out. Were you planning on maybe dating her for a while on the low and waiting until she was of legal age and then coming out with them?
Or even out in the open. Like you said, biblically, like, you know, were you thinking about wifing?
So my plan was initially,
Yeah.
I was not like, my plan was initially to date her, not to have sex with her. I did want to get married. Honest to
At
God.
what point would you want to get married?
Years down the line,
Okay.
when I'm a little bit more financially set up to,
Gotcha.
and she's able to. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not the type to wait until a girl is 18.
Oh, well, clearly we see that.
I know that sounds
We
bad.
see that, Trey.
I would much rather wait until she is in a position in life where she can actually settle down, you know? I mean, it's a dangerous energy for young people.
So
like,
why
just
come
wanting
here
to get out.
tonight if you were gonna wait for that?
Because I had to confirm she was real.
So you talking to her on video chat wasn't confirmation enough?
That was actually huge. I didn't expect that.
I mean, that
actually shook me up.
you know,
like
that proves that she's real right there, right?
Yeah.
So what did you need to
There's
come
a
over
lot
here
to
for?
it.
Now, when you were asking like for pictures of her, you know what I mean?
She
Like
sent me a text message.
Oh, my phone checks me. Okay.
when you were asking for pictures of her, you do realize like, you know, that would have been, you know, CP, child, right?
You said what?
When you were asking for like pictures of her, you know that would have been child, right?
That's what I wanted to get away from. So I did not ask for any sexual, explicit kind of pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to even be a thing between us because that is a dangerous, sexting is a dangerous game to play.
Yeah, that's just bad stuff right there.
Now, do you think it's safe to groom somebody from the time they're 15 to 18? Like, till they're ready, like you said? Like, it's not safe now, but you think it's safe to groom them for 5 years?
No, I don't know what grooming is.
The grooming
I mean,
is when you're
besides,
getting
like,
her
brushing your
ready
hair.
to get married.
Come on, man. You're very
You told me
intellectual,
all
man.
about to catch predators, so I think
You're
you
very intellectual, man. You know,
So
we
when
don't
that
need
show
to.
was, I'm sorry, when that show was on air, grooming wasn't being thrown around the way it is now.
But you know
So
what
you
it
know
is,
what it
though.
is.
I've heard it, but I haven't read it in
What do
an
you-
academic sense
Right.
or
What do you-
from a book.
What do you think?
I've only seen it on social media.
What do you
or-
think it is? Give it a guess.
At Fox 26. It's the only 2 places I've seen it.
No, what do you think grooming is?
Grooming?
Yeah, in this context.
I would assume it's anything, any kind of interaction involving a minor and a non-minor.
Not necessarily any interaction. More particularly, it would be in case of you dating a 15-year-old girl up until she's 18 and sort of keeping it a secret.
More specifically, trying to entice her to build trust, a relationship,
Not necessarily
rapport.
doing anything
It doesn't
sexual with her.
Doesn't have to be sexual.
Underage, but weighed in. You know what I mean? It's kind of like pre-ordering. You're a gamer. So if I go to GameStop and I pre-order GTA 6 right now, I paid for it right now, but when am I going to be able to play it? When it comes out.
Which what you described is textbut grooming, man.
So at some point you did talk about some female penetration after the talk of the clitoris.
Yeah.
Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Would you say that was something you were planning on doing tonight with this girl?
No.
No.
No, that wasn't something I was planning on doing.
But you still brought a whole box of condoms.
Because sometimes unplanned things happen.
So it was just in case it would happen, then you would be protected.
So
She would be protected.
Well, you would too, because you don't know what she's got either.
I mean,
And
I've
it
put
also-
myself in a much riskier situation than necessary.
But this?
This is the risky situation.
Oh, this is okay.
Is it one of those things where it's like she's younger, hasn't been indoctrinated, she's not gonna look at me like weird or anything? It's just more innocence. Would you say something like that?
I don't know about the innocence part, because sometimes like certain things would be said, and I would just be like, "Are you playing coy? Like, or is this like I don't get what's?" Because I don't mind playing coy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I don't unleash my terrifyingly horny thoughts on somebody because
That's good.
I don't. You know what I mean? Like tickled with a feather. Like that's
Yeah.
just terrifying. You don't want to go home with.
But it's like a grown woman, they would look at you sideways. But it's like someone that's
I can
inexperienced.
bring it up to a grown woman, but like she would take it as a joke.
But that's what I'm trying to get at with you, man. It's like
Better bring
It
that
sounds like a
feather.
joke, Skeeter. Stop curiosity.
someone younger, they're not gonna look at it the same way. They're gonna look at it more like curiosity. You know what I mean? They're gonna look at it asking questions. So that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
No, I mean, when I was younger, we talked about people. Like, I grew up during a time where the words like the R slur and the F slur and the Q slur and all these other slurs.
Is there a Q slur now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like,
Okay, gotta censor that.
I'm a disabled pansexual. I can say all of this.
Oh, okay. Chill.
Okay, right on. You got it.
Oh yeah, you're cool.
But yeah, no, I mean, we could. You would talk about things.
Yeah.
You would talk about how like certain things are inappropriate for kids, but you might bring up I don't know balls or something like goofy. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Or licking a clitoris.
Trey, can I ask how are you
vagina
disabled?
jokes aren't funny.
Can I ask how you're disabled?
I fractured my wrist and I suffer from anxiety and depression.
And you did say that the last one was clingy. You wanted to count this one's freckles, kiss her, hold her hand. How were you planning on breaking up with this one the way you broke up with the last one?
Well, that girl wasn't into me. She was only using me to basically get out of her situation.
But you
And-
said she was clean.
Yeah, I
And that's why you hit her.
it was because she basically kept giving me the runaround. Like she'd be like, "Okay, take me here and we'll like split ways." She wasn't clingy because she was attracted to me or attached to me or emotionally connected to me. She was clingy because I was
I mean, why could you
willing
like?
to part with my resources.
Why could you just like block
Did you
her?
let her feed you a gummy worm on your knees too?
No, but she lit my beard on fire.
Oh, is that why you don't have the beard?
No. It was quick. Like it
Oh, it was
didn't
quick,
completely
okay.
catch fire. It was just
Did
like
it hurt?
it didn't feel good.
Why'd you let her do that? Is that what you're into?
No, because she was being silly, and I was willing to, I don't know, hold back on judgment or, action.
Okay.
Given that.
What's going on?
So Trey, man, you're not gonna talk to year-old girls anymore, right? You promise? You're not gonna come see year-old girls anymore?
Never.
You're not gonna have sex with year-old girls and say you're gonna have sex with them and bring condoms to their house anymore?
No.
Okay. So this is your last time, you promise?
Well,
I mean, like, I'm trying to, for them, do you promise this is your last time doing this?
I'll never do this again.
Okay.
That's good, Trey.
There you go, right there.
Oh, Trey, I just had to say you've just been skeeted in 4 minutes.
He didn't say. He said he has.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, with a lot of these catches, you can never really predict how they'll go. If you click the video that's on screen now to the right, you can see another creep that we actually caught with Jidion and Skeeter that actually took drugs in our sting house right before he tried to get with our decoy and we confronted him. And it got pretty crazy.